All right, today my topic is bursting your pipeline. Now, how you like that? That should put some spunk on your Monday morning. How'd you like to burst your pipeline with more leads than you've ever seen? We're talking about successful realtor leads generation techniques. And I do want to say this is one of the classes I teach for all of our new agents coming on board. That is from other brokerage firms coming to HomeSmart or brand new agents into the industry. And you'll notice leads has 1,000. That's just the beginning. This is just the first button in the first hole. If you get this right, you'll get the prospects and then you'll get the customers, but you got to start with leads. And to get started, I'm reminded of Brian Tracy's very well known mantra: keep your sales pipeline full by prospecting continually, but always have more people to see than you have time to see them. The last thing you want, and I remember when I was a broker manager, every 2 weeks I meet with my agents for a one-on-one on their pipeline. It's all about pipelines. And we go and measure where they're at. And it's incredible the whole ride that we have, right? We close 5, 6, 7 deals, and then we go back to zero. And then we work it out hard again. And we're between transactional management and, like Rich said earlier at the outset, real estate agents are truly lead generating marketing machines. But the moment that you spend more time in transactional management, you're not doing the lead generation work, then that's where we have the whole roller coaster. So I teach a whole class on how to not do that with being able to time block your schedule and so forth. But today, just on pipeline, just on lead generation, we're looking at two types: the traditional and the modern. Traditional free, traditional paid, and then we got some more modern as well that we would consider. So to start off, let's start off with the first one here moving forward. And I put this one here on purpose for a reason. If you join Meetup or Eventbrite and you join those real estate investment, whether it be Zoom or whether it be face-to-face meetings, you are going to get leads from investors. Now, many of our top producers, whether in HomeSmart or elsewhere, have in with investors that are maybe flipping properties or buying multiple and holding. We know the great stories of people throughout the nation, and their success is due to having gone through the physical face-to-face. I am picking up the phone when the hedge fund manager calls you. You want to be in it to win it. So I know we got all these snazzy, cool apps and websites. I'm talking about business today, stuff you can do. Join Meetup, join Eventbrite, and be part of the local or just outside local investment groups, real estate investment groups. Be there, be known, handshake, talk to them, coffee afterwards. I can't stress that enough. Number two, there's a little niche that you're gonna love. This here changed my life. I made $103,000 my first day selling Aflac insurance. The way I did this was exactly in 2002. That was 21 years ago. I used, back then was called Reference USA. Now it's called Data Axle Reference Solutions. And this is what I'd like to encourage you to do. If you can go to the Los Angeles County Library and get a digital library card. I'm sorry, it does not work for Riverside County. I tried, they don't have it. But if you go to the LA County Library card, if you have an address that you can put there, and they'll give you a digital library card. Once you're there, click on digital library, click on databases, and select that Data Axle Reference Solutions. Right there, what you're going to be able to do is to open up, say, Coachella Valley, say, Palm Desert. And you want to have every single business owner So we have one of our agents, she is Chinese. We were able to locate every single business owner that is of a Southwest Pacific or Far East Pacific ethnicity. And she was able to call them, and things are moving in that direction. I have another agent. Again, these are all HomeSmart agents. She spends also time cutting hair. Well, isn't it great to be able to locate every single business owner that has a hair salon or nail salon and have that moral authority to be able to go down there? So you are in, for example, you are retired in different fields, but now you have moral authority to talk to them. I've talked to agents here with HomeSmart, for example, that have been engineers, and they have moral authority to talk to engineers. And so being able to use Reference USA to leverage your moral authority to get the list for free and to call them yourself, pop in, and then you can do a twofer. Not only you talk to the business owner, but you also let them know, hey, for your employees, I bring pizza and some chicken wings once every quarter, and tell them about the marketing update. I'll bring my buddy, Sean LaRue with Franklin Loan Center. He'll do it in English and Espanol. So this is a great way of having maybe 5, 10, 15 businesses that are captivated to your lunches, and you get business from that. That should be filling up, clogging, and bursting your pipeline. That's just example number 2. I actually teach a class on data axle reference solutions. And if you'd be interested, I'd love to do a one-on-one or do one of our very soon lunch and learns, and that'll be a good time together. Number 3, I can tell you, have you ever seen a bodybuilder from New York Life cry in the elevator? I did. He was a Hispanic New York Life agent. And I did something in my mind that I heard from Mike Ferry a long time ago, saying, you want to have lunches, try to have lunch every day with somebody. And I found out that cross-industry meetings with insurance agents, with landscaping owners, with general contractors will always yield them giving you referrals. And of course, there's just a way of saying thank you, and you can, work on that with your broker. But having these lunches are an incredible investment in making sure that leads are coming through phone calls and everyone's scratching everyone's back. Cross-industry luncheons were for me a big deal. It was December, and it was 2013, and I was going up to New York Life building in Fresno, California, to say thank you. And a little thank you gift as well to one of the cross-industry agents. And he said, Harold, I've had the worst third or fourth quarter in my life. This is going to be such a blessing for me and my family for Christmas. They have to ask the question, are you buying or renting? They have to ask that question when they're going to these meetings. So cross-reference and leverage their sphere of influence and their book of business as you're also doing the same thing with them. The next one, number 4, I would get divorce certified and or probate certified today. In fact, I've already been probate certified, so this is not just pie in the sky. MTI Education is where I got mine. They are really good with the probate real estate coaching. That sets you apart in a different niche, both that and with Illumni Institute. They have the whole certification for divorce real estate agents. This one does cost $5,000. But it's half an escrow. So what can you do with this? Well, all of a sudden, now that you're certified probate or certified divorce, I don't know if you've seen the NAR statistics, but the agents that do the most business are the actual divorce agents. Real estate agents and probate as well. Once you have a couple of attorneys that you've established a relationship with, that is constant leads coming out your way. Get divorce, get probate certified, and go after these lawyers. Hey, lawyers are going after you. Time to turn the tables and go after lawyers. All righty. The next one, now paid. So let's talk about people that, and I got 2 minutes left. Gosh, okay. The share group for downsizers, for divorce, for absentee owners. You want to go
Real quick, Harold, I think you could probably, wrap your head around 10 more minutes. I
Oh,
think if
okay.
everyone's good with that, we can go over a little bit.
Okay, very good. All righty, sir. Very good. Thank you. And it won't be 10 because we're halfway through. Welcome to the share group. The share group is now you're paying for some leads. There are other places as well, but this is one that completely is dedicated to absentee owners, to divorced people, as well as to individuals that are having some issues with downsizing. So they have a lot of people with 2 stories that are looking for a 1-story now because of the stairs. You come here, you put in the zip code, it tells you how many there are, you buy the leads, out go the letters, the emails, the phone calls. Again, the point is to get them to call you, get them to see your letter, to see your email, to hear your voice on their voice message machine or your text. Again, we're talking about different ways traditionally to be able to do this. Now let's move on a little quick, and I'm going to finish quickly here. Let's move on to a little bit of the modern. And this has been, for some of our agents, especially for the last year, a really great shot in the arm. And I want to congratulate many of you that I'm not going to say the names right now, but you know who you are. And so does your broker. No upfront cost platforms. So Realtor.com purchased, of course, OpCity. We all know that. They purchased them because OpCity used to buy these leads from them, turn around, make a profit. And they said that they're doing such a great job, let's just buy them out. And that's what they did. And then just recently, a few weeks ago, they have renamed OpCity. Now it's called Ready Connect Concierge, brought to you by the same people at Realtor.com. So what OpCity is, besides being a no upfront fee lead source, you have to pay between 25 and 35% at the close of escrow, as you know. Your broker needs to be registered, and it's through your broker having been registered that basically agents can be there. And guess what? Our broker has been registered. So go out there, do what you can. It does start you off with smaller amounts. Mostly these are buyer leads, but as you are quick to answer, and that's the whole thing. They send you a quick call. You have to answer immediately. As you're quick to answer, they'll start moving you up. So again, this is open for both new agents as well as experienced agents. Upnest.com is probably the fastest growing one right now. Again, also by Realtor.com. So they know that this is it's out there, right? They're making money with the closing. So instead of Zillow charging you $3,500 a month for 9 phone calls, they're doing it the other way around. They're getting there at the closing, and they're actually making bucks. So good on you, Realtor.com. Upnest, what they're doing requires at least 3 years experience and a minimum of 6 transactions over the past 12 months. And then you are invited to join them. A lot of people are using it. It's very, very fast. In Coachella Valley, especially in our 55 plus more communities, if that's your niche, I would encourage you to go to 55places.com. You can just select your state and just follow the icons and be with them. And it says, it's basically what the title says. It explores the 55 plus communities as a referral platform. They're looking for agents that are very familiar with perhaps manufactured homes, prefab homes, or communities that are 55 plus, and the amenities and how to sell them. So if that's your niche, 55places.com. Again, no, you're not paying anything up front. You do pay on the way out. But hey, 75% of something is better than 100% nothing, right? So agentharvest.com. So now people say, well, wait a minute. Why am I doing this with the little ones, the mobile homes and this? I want luxury. Well, the last 3, let's talk about them. Agent Harvest. According to Agent Harvest website, over 60% of their leads are sellers. So if you're more into the listing instead of buyers, you may want to talk to the people at agentharvest.com. They do make introductions to sellers with 3 or 4 of the selling listing agents in that area, and they kind of work together and give you an opportunity to go have a great presentation. So if you're good at giving listing presentations and you're working the listings, agentharvest.com, again, another not to pay platform up front to consider. The next one is ojo. Ojo means careful in Spanish. It also means eyes, but I'm sorry, I'm in America. It's called ojo. Don't know what that means, but I do know this. Ojo actively nurtures the leads to a place where they are ready to take action, and they actually nurture them through the process, and that's why they are very finicky. This is good for like the brokerage that wants to send out leads to their best team members. If you are a team leader, you may want to be looking into this, ojo.com. And of course, we can't leave aside the creme de the creme, the Rolls Royce of these, Estately. And Estately, you need about 5 years experience. You have to have a gazillion closings last year. You have to have 3 or 4 or 5 letters from different clients that just say how good you are. It's one of the most trusted sources. And again, all these are platforms that you're able to not pay up front, but toward the end. And of course, the paid, we have the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram ads. I'd love to be able to go one-on-one with you and have our one-on-one marketing meeting if you have issues with this. Zillow.com, Realtor.com. Yes, agents still pay thousands of dollars a month, and they're doing it because it's working. And so for some agents, that works. Good on you. And I can't leave, of course, without talking about the good old Brian Buffini, SOI. That means sphere of influence. Did you know that 92% of people would recommend their agent, according to NAR, would recommend their agent again? But do you know how many actually end up using them again? 13%. 13%. That's here, this here. That difference is what you did with your SOI and your farm marketing. And of course, a couple of additional lead generations best practices as we finish. Get your lighted for sale signs. It's a couple of $100. You're going to reuse it again over and over again. Make sure that the timer is set off before midnight. You don't want to get angry neighbors, but that gets people calling you, because 99.999% of agents don't have it. So do that. Rich talked about the HomeNearMe.com. Take a look at HomeNearMe and use the QR coded for sale signs that are already in our marketing MCD, in your RSA, in your Real Smart Agent back office. Don't forget the just listed. Make that a best practice, because people still see your smiling face, see those big cards, and you ask the question, who do you know? And guess what? They may be asking at that very moment. And then you finish it with the just sold in under a month. Well, look, Heather, they're just doing a lot of deals. And what are they going to do? They're going to give you a call. Altos Weekly Marketing Reports, you get them from me every single Saturday morning. In the morning, we have agents making a lot of deals out of those. I've taught a class on this already and would love to visit with you one-on-one for you to know how to be able to send these out to your sphere of influence on a weekly basis. Geofencing technologies, please Google geofencing marketing, and it triangulates cell towers. So let's say you want to be the numero uno out there in a specific area, you can triangulate the country club, triangulate Shadow Hills. And whenever people are coming in that area with your ad, your information will pop up when they're on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. And when they leave, it's not. So it's pretty important. Geofencing technologies is definitely part of the future. I'll be teaching a class on this as well. And the last but not least, Facebook Marketplace, it's still having people give you a call. Don't forget, bursting your pipeline. It's just the first part. It's leads. I teach another class on lead conversion, lead qualification, and I teach another class on how to retain customers. It's not just lead generation, it's conversion to a check at the end of the day and a happy customer to give you referrals. On behalf of Angie and Priscilla, yours truly, Harold Zapata, thank you for your past, for your present, and for your future escrow orders. We appreciate this now more than ever.